Okay, time to do this clutch basket here. Sportster, this is 71 and later. I need to put a new ratchet gear on here for a kicker, which is down here. So I had to find all my stuff for doing it. I finally got the right plunger kit that goes in here to do it, so start doing it. There's actually a block underneath here that's all dialed in to the plate that keeps me on center of the rivet, so the rivet can't fold over while I compress it. So this is a hydraulic ram. We're working off a little porta power pump there. There's a cylinder in here, which pushes down a rivet here and mushes it over. These are some other ones I have here for different applications. Not that one, this one. So basically it comes down and pushes on the rivet like that and just goes squash. And it locks this plate up in there solid like you want. So what I do is I line the plate with the dowels so everything's on center. So this one here is for an earlier model. This is 71 and up, this is 70 on back. You have the little backer here where the rivet sits, which is where all these rivets are. They sit on top of this piece right here. And this here comes down and squeezes the rivet between here and and compresses this plate in. So this goes in here like this, which is held in. This is not the right one, obviously, but anyway, this goes like this and it centers it on here. So everything I made is on dowels. So it goes like that, so you don't have much clearance. So that way when this is on here, it centers everything all up. So this is not the right setup for this one here, but basically that goes on there and centers it this way. It's all on dowel, that's held where it wants to be, and you compress it. Whoop. Alright, so that's how it all works. So now I'm going to go ahead and put this all back in there. It should be on the rivet right now, as I recall. We'll find out in a minute. This has been sitting here for about a week, so time to work on it. Okay, there's our plate down now. Put our center in there to center it. There we go. So it gets us down to about 5 to 10 thou clearance, probably about 10 on this one. These parts all vary a little bit. It's probably about 10 thou movement there at most. So that keeps the kicker ratchet concentric to the shaft, so when you're turning it, it's not knocking this thing out because it's going like this. It stays concentric so it rotates evenly. Because these teeth right here have to dig out of those teeth right there. Now I'm going to back cut these teeth also, which I haven't done yet. I'll do that after it's assembled. But anyway. So basically I go down here, I bring this one down about 3/4 of the way and I flip over here, get one over here and one over here. So that way I try to bring it down kind of evenly. And I squash them all down after that. And I haven't done this about 3 years, so, well, should remember how to do it. Okay, right now it should be in the right spot. I put spring tension on the plate to keep it all the way down. So I know it's all the way against the metal when I rivet it. As I recall, I just jammed these in there. Put spring tension on it. Okay, that puts tension on the plate. So that compressed the spring a little bit onto the plate, so now that's held metal against metal. So now when the rivet comes down, which is way up here, it'll compress the spring even further down, put more pressure on it, and make it even tighter. Alright, let's see what happens here. Okay, so that is not going to work because you don't need to have this in there at all. That must have been for a different application needing that one. Okay, we just touched the rivet, and the spring is not compressed all the way. That's close to coil bind. So you can see how it's pretty much coil bind almost, but not quite. It does have a lot of tension on that plate, obviously. You can see how it's pushing up on this side a little bit. Alright, so now we're just going to go ahead and squeeze that down a little bit. My pump sliding off my board over here. Okay, I think it's far enough down right now for what I want to do. She's squeezed in there pretty good. Okay, I'm going to get over on the other side of the plate and hold it up. Okay, make sure all that went good. Okay. Easier said than done moving this. Alright, where's that rivet? I did. The rivet's over there, so we'll find one over here somewhere. Okay, whole damn thing pulled up. Nice. Alright, that is not working like I wanted it to. Obviously some fine tuning here I haven't been doing lately. Okay, let's get this thing out of here so I can see what's going on again. Okay. Okay, there's my dowel that holds it. Rotate that around over to here. Rivets over there. Go to the next one over here. Okay, looks like we're lined up on this one now. This dowel here goes in the one that's on the plate. Right there. And this goes into that. Come on. There it goes. Okay, that one's in there. So we're 180 from where the other rivet was, which is right here. So I'm going to run it on down. Okay. Now watch the whole thing expand here. I'm watching this whole thing clamshell up on me. When I release it, you'll see it change. See? Okay, that one's all the way out. Okay, now, how can I get this spring out of here easier? Figure out the technique for doing this. I don't remember. Alright, I ain't gonna work that way. Trying to make it easy, but it ain't easy. Pull it out like that. There's gotta be a better way of doing it than that way. I'm making a bigger pain in my ass here. Alright, well there's what the rivet looks like when it's in correctly all the way down. Nice in there, nice and good. This one here is only halfway down, so it doesn't look quite as good, but it's alright. Next one I'm going to do over here. I gotta reset everything up now. There's shims in here because the parts aren't made correctly. Not my parts. The V-twin parts. Okay. Now, why did that get all bent to hell? This piece is made for an earlier model and it's different diameter, so I got to shim it to fit the late one. That's what it was. Because I didn't make this for a late one yet, I just used my early one. And obviously that got caught in the wrong spot, which didn't help it. So there you go. And that's just wadding it all up. There you go. Alright. So I'm going to take this and rotate it to a different location. Looks like we're on this rivet this time. We got clearance in that. Run that rivet. So this is what this rivet looks like when you run it in. Definitely not easy. I know I had a better setup than this. I had to. But anyway, it works. Just don't remember what it was I was doing before. The end result is nice. Getting to it's hard. I just let this thing bend up, and when I know it's bent up, we know it's good. But just the right amount of pressure. Alright, that one's done. Get over to the next one. That's the direction I already went. That's the one I already did. I'm going to go that way. I'm going to go this way. And I lost a pin on the other side. sticking up high at the one it's on. There it is. That's not the one I want to be on though. Next the one we just did. Well, actually, that was the one I want to redo. Alright, I'll run another one. It'll work. It will work. Alright. That's tight. Yeah, we popped out. We lost our spot. Where am I at? Okay, it's back on the hole. Alright. Next one. I'm just going in a circle now. So that one's done. I skipped that. That's the first one I did. Did that one. Did that one over there. Got this one over here. So now this is all compressed down, but I'm going to keep, I still leave the spring in there because I like having tension on it. And make sure it's down. Now if you use a hand rivet gun, you don't keep this plate down. It can come up on you. It won't be flat. But it's a lot quicker. The rivets don't look as nice though, but oh well. It just takes longer to do it this way. Isn't the best setup in the world, but it works. The end result is nice. The application, the execution of it is pain in the ass. This part's the easy part. Alright. The riveting is the easy part. It's just getting to each rivet is the hard part. If I got rid of that spring, it'd be a lot easier. Already did that one. Get back to that one. I want to get at least one of each pair all the way around before I do two in a row. That's tight. Okay. That one's done. Yeah, we came out of the whole thing. No, we're still in there. Yeah, we came out of the whole thing now. Pain in the ass. Pain in the ass. Clock it over the next one. I'm into this group now. Alright, well you get the idea. Could be easier. So I got 5 in here now. 4 all the way. I got to redo this one all the way. So we got 1 of each pair. After I do 1 of each pair, I'll probably take the spring off. But for now, I'm going to leave the spring on it because I want to make sure it's compressed all the way down when I do it. There was my mark. There's my mark. There it goes. On the spot. Go for it. Alright, we're tight. Alright. Good to go. Let's see, that's the one we already did. Is that the one waiting to redo? I think that one's already done, but where's the one that was only half done? I think that's the one that's half done, which means it needs to be redone. Okay, 1 of every pair. That's 1 of each. Yeah, maybe this one over here is one I missed. Okay. Pull the spring out of here. Lose everything. Looks good that way. Yeah, this is the one I got to redo. This is the one I got. First one I did. I got to go back and get it. So just got to reclock it over. And you hear it clock in. Put it right on the spot. Right there. So now we're going to eliminate the spring, which is going to make things a lot easier. Had longer rivets, that'd be easier too, but this is the length I have. Hey, don't get my finger caught back in there, dumbass. Okay. That one's done. Oh yeah, I did a good job now. These are easier to get to now. Almost. Next hole over. Whoop. Don't drop this rivet out. Okay. Now it's easy, you can see it. Not fighting it as much. Then it goes squash. That's how she goes. Alright, get a close-up of that maybe. Kind of hard to see on there, but let's see if I use a different area of film. Might be able to see better. Lower it down a little bit helps too. There you go, I can see a little better. Okay, so this one's on where it belongs. Now under load, everything kind of moves around a little bit, so you'll see it shift over, but it comes back in center. tight. Pull it up. There you go. Simple. The rivet has to get on top of the titty there, so there we go. Make sure you're lined up on top of it again, like you're supposed to do. Make sure you're holding the rivet set in there too, helps. What am I holding on to? Obviously not the right part. Pulled on the wrong shoulder. Okay, down. Kind of washed over a little bit on that one. This rivet's going to be up in here a little bit, makes it a little easier. There you go. Yeah, hold the right piece this time, dumbass. That's good. On the rivet. The rivet has to get on top of that pin. It hits on the side of the pin and cocks over. It doesn't go up over. So I gotta hold it up in the air a little bit. See, that should help me a little bit. Oh yeah, that makes a big difference. It slides right in when you do it that way. Hell, why does it look off? That one looked off. It was off a little bit. It's on the pin. Yeah, that one just wasn't a happy camper, was it? I think this is the last one. This one looks good. That looks good. All right. All done. Simple. Pain in the ass, but does a good job. Okay, what do we got over here? See, my tool spins in here, so it's lined up. Had one of my shims still in there. The problem is this is cut for the early bearing, and that's a late bearing. There's roughly about 10 thou difference, or nah, not that much, about 8 thou difference. So, oh well. Okay, get this off of here. This is heavy. There we go. So this is the tool I made for doing all that. You can see how it dowels in there. And when that one dowels in there, this one dowels to this one above it here, which is one of these here. See, sticks right on top. See, the earlier one's shorter. See how tall this one is? That's why I have to use this short one here. It'd be nice if I had one of these I could cut down, but I need more length in here. I don't have that version. Got to use the one you got. All right, so that part's done. So she's all in there. There's my shim. 1.5 thou shim. Okay, so now I have to go in and grind the back angle on these teeth. And I got to do the same thing on this gear here, so that when they're on there, they stick in. Okay, sure that works. Now, when this is not concentric on it, like I've seen some of them, then this here will start rubbing on the side of the bushing here, and screw that up. And then the biggest thing is the ratchet's not on there square. Well, you can be away. There's a lot of room to be off center, but the problem is when it rotates, it doesn't stay off center. It goes in an elliptical pattern like this, and when you're kicking on it, you go around, it tries to pull it out sideways on you. That's when it pops out and gives you a sportster knee, which is a bad thing. Now, when I back cut both teeth, they hook into each other, and I can actually like to pick the starter basket up a little bit when I do it. So you'll have to grind those later. Anyway, that's how you do that. So some of these don't look quite the best, but most of them look pretty good. Best method I found so far for doing it, and what I like is the plate is definitely 100% against the backing, against the basket. Back in the day I was doing it differently, and the rivets would fold over on you, the plate would have a gap between here and there when you're done. It just wasn't very good. That's why I made this thing up. And this is not made to do this, it's made to do something else, but I made it work. There's who made it right there, greenly. Look up that number, you'll see what that tool is actually made to do. Not made to do this, but I made it work. Alright, there you go. I'll grind these up later.